TV begins now.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
We're live here with the Full Velocity Racing Network, your esports racing solution for this evening here. We are out here tonight with Charlie Milner and the gang. Do the Spring Showdown series. Tonight, your announcer Raging Ron Piles here, along with Jack Trone running the controls. We're at the USA Speedway, the dirt side of things here this evening. It'll be a great night of racing. First night out with the Street Stock Series. We've got 25 plus drivers here in the pits. Going to be bringing you a lot of close action, some great racing here. Especially the way that these drivers, Charlie putting together a great series here and getting all these drivers out here to hopefully put on a great show for you this evening. It's going to be a wild time here. USA, nice tight little paperclip track. We're gonna go to trackside here before we go on to heat racing for the Playing Over National Anthem by Dirty Grass Soul.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live at the USA International Speedway. I was trying to put something together there, it didn't work, so apologize for that. I want to thank all the viewers out there for tuning in thus far. As we're getting ready to go to heat race number 1 here on the evening. Looks like we're going to have 3 heat races. Top 4 from each heat going to make it to the A. Going to have a couple of consies. We'll see what the format dials down to here and as the night goes on here at the USA International Raceway. Waiting on all the drivers here to grid. Track looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Looks like they've got a good hot lap in on it, and everything going to carry over as it would as a regular race night at a dirt track here would. Going to be interesting to see how tonight plays. Going to see if these setups have changed on these drivers any at all, as we just had an update on the iRacing simulator this morning. So could be an interesting night here as far as format goes and everything. So I'm going to go down through your Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 1 here. Like starting on the inside of the front row. Let's see. This thing. Alright, so starting inside the front row, Eric Eichstadt in the 12. To his outside, it's going to be the 6 of Edward Furness. Starting in second. Starting third will be Danny Casto in the 22. To his outside, starting in fourth. So I got my name there. I get disqualified for that. So starting fourth is actually going to be Roger Woody in the 1. Starting fifth will be, I'll go this around. It'll be Joey Durbin in the 55. Starting inside will be Zachary Trunkill not making the grid. Kennedy Stencil in the 119 will be your next starter back. And should be starting 9th will be Steven Radowins in the 78. Zachary Trunkel saying he missed the start and didn't realize he was in Heat 1 here, and his iRacing.com official pace truck going to pace us around the Speedway. Going to be 3 deep, more than normal on the inside, is going to be out of control and out of shape here. Looks like going to be an interesting heat race. Got a few good names in here. Going to be dialing it up here very shortly, waiting on the iRacing.com official pace truck to dive off the Speedway. Await our green flag sponsor for the green flag here, USA International Speedway. On the back straightaway into 3. Waiting here on Eric Eichstadt, going to bring us down. Eichstadt in the 12, waiting on the starter's signal here. iRacing high flag, green flag down and away. Eric Eichstadt going to bring us down across the stripe. Bringing us into 1 and 2. 21 machine. Fast Eddie, Edward Furness there. It's actually the 21 according to scoring. So they get in there, almost put the door to the side of Eichstadt. Going to make a run here off of turn 4. Back to the start finish line to begin lap 2. Furness not going to have enough to make the move. Eichstadt going to hang on to the lead. Steven Radowin's currently in 3rd in the 78, Danny Casto 4th in the 22. But he looks to be somewhat single file for the time being, as it looks like we're going to have a move here. In the back, like Eichstadt's still going to hang on there with 3 wide back in the back, where it looks like the 4th, 5th, and 6th position right now. That's going to be Corey Stansel, Kyle Moyer, and Danny Casto. Those guys putting on a good show back there. All up front, Eric Eichstadt holding on to it for now. 119 is Stansel to the outside of the 111 of Kyle Moyer. Stansel all the way up the racetrack that time through the corner. Moyer going to try and hold it down the bottom. Stansel going to bounce off the outside wall and take this car to the inside of the Speedway down the back straightaway. Front stretch, excuse me. Coming to 4 laps to go. This time by for Eric Eichstadt. Edward Furness currently working his way through turn 3 and 4. See if he can do anything with Eric Eichstadt in the closing laps of this one. 4 laps to go, halfway. Cross flags for your race leader. If there's anything going on through the field here. Like Stansel getting into the wall again. The 119, car's taking a beating. Not really working out for him thus far here. Currently running back in the 7th spot. Stansel trying to make something happen as well. But the wall is definitely winning the game for him tonight here. I'm not sure if the track's really playing a role in it, or if it's more along the lines of the update with the sim today. as these guys trying to put on a great show for you. Eichstadt still currently your race leader out front, working his way down the back straightaway into turn 3. See him wiggle that wheel just a little bit and toss it off into the corner. Throwing that car in real deep. Edward Furness in the 21, still close in tail. Trying to keep pressure on the 12 of Eichstadt. Eichstadt tip of the green, 2 to go. Eric Eichstadt, 2 to go. Right now, Roger Woody following way back off the pace. Almost about a little over half a track behind. In fact, they're still powering along down the front straight. He's just now crossing the stripe. Coming out of turns 3 and 4 this time by Eric Eichstadt. Off of turn 4 down to the start finish line. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for your race leader Eric Eichstadt. Heat number 1, 1 to go. My own situations here. I don't see a whole lot of else going here. Danny Casto and Joey Durbin having a battle back here, but it's like Casto's going to pull ahead here and take the advantage as we work our way through turns 3 and 4 one more time here. Final trip around for heat race number 1. Eichstadt pushes high. It's going to allow Furness to try to go to the bottom side. It's going to be Eric Eichstadt at the line. Eric Eichstadt wins heat number 1. Edward Furness in for 2nd. Stephen Radowin's 3rd. Kyle Moyer is 4th. 5th is Danny Casto. 5th goes to Joey Durbin. Joey Durbin beating out Danny Casto. Danny Casto for 6th. Corey Stansel 7th. Roger Woody 8th. 9th is Zachary Trunkill. We'll round out your 9 car heat number 1 finish. Heat 1 of 3 in the books. This track continues to wear down. We'll see if some of the racing continues to get better, or if the track's going to go in favor and go one lane high or low, one or the other. It's like heat number 2 coming to the grid here. Give those guys a moment to get to their cars, and we'll get your heat 2 starting lineup to you momentarily. So here's your Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat number 2. Starting on the pole is going to be the 013 of DJ Kilinowski. His dancing partner to the outside, starting in the 2nd position, is going to be Jim Revis in the 21. Starting inside row number 2 in the 3rd position is going to be the 77 of Terry Barrington. His dancing partner to the outside, starting in 4th, will be Joshua Ely in the 09. Starting inside row number 3 in the 5th position will be the 25 of Henry Jones. To his outside, the 217 of Anthony Janes. Starting inside row number 4 in the 7th position is going to be the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. To his outside, starting 8th, will be the 86 of Derek Bedkenhauer. Starting inside row number 5 in the 9th position will be, well, I don't know if Charlie's actually racing this. Charlie's an admin here, so that's probably going to do it for heat number 2. I think David Brewer is going to be out there. The 319 in the 9th position. I believe he's going to be tailback on the field. Heat number 2 starting grid out there. Thanks to Voiles Trucking for their sponsorship here of the starting lineup. Wait here, the starting signal of heat number 2. USA International Speedway. DJ Kilinowski. Jim Revis bringing this down. Jim Revis sporting a new car out there that I have not seen yet for this season, so a lot of sharp, good-looking cars out there. Exactly how they how this heat race transpires. Another 8 laps coming to you here. A lot of big names in this heat race as well. As the iRacing.com official pace truck is down, iRacing I flag, green flag is out. We are down and away into turn 1 and 2 for heat number 2. DJ Kilinowski and Revis nose to nose here. Revis going to slide back. DJ's going to throw the slider. Have a little contact back there between Revis and the 09 at Ely. We're going to have a little tangle up back there. I'm not exactly sure if everybody's going to keep it going, but it looks like we're clean and green so far. We're going to continue to race on here. And heat number 2, Revis trying to change his lineup just a little bit in 3 and 4 to see if he can make up some ground on the run that DJ Kilinowski got at the very beginning of that heat race. We'll see. Watching here now, a lot of good racing transpiring here. Two wide back there for it's like 5th and 6th positions. 7th and 8th also back there 2 wide. So it's going to be the 13 of Ramsey and Henry Jones back there battling, as well as Derek Beckenhauer and David Brewer, all putting on a fantastic show towards the back of the field here. These guys bringing it down here. DJ Kilinowski continuing to lead. Jim Revis trying to put on the pressure. Battle heating up for third right now. Josh Ely hanging on to it right now. Like he got off the corner a little bit better than Anthony James that time. So Anthony James was dialing something up, but lost momentum there down the straightaway. Kilinowski continuing to lead. So everybody's almost single file, except for a couple of drivers in the back. They're trying to improve their position here. It's top four transferring on to the A main out of the heat race. Right now, Anthony James sitting on the bump spot. Derek Beckenhauer on the outside looking in. Beckenhauer trying to sneak up on the back of James. Not happening thus far. He is right there, but hasn't been able to dial in or set up that move just yet. Halfway through, we'll be coming to 4 laps to go, 3 to go for your race leader this time across the stripe as he works his way out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Quick lap number 5, moving on to lap 6 of 8. 3 to go for your race leader, DJ Kilinowski. Revis trying to dial up a move, still got quite a good bit of distance there. James is trying to hold off Beckenhauer for the 4th spot. Not really a battle there, but they're running out of time to get that 4th and final transfer spot from James. James trying to prove himself strong here as we across the stripe, tip of the green to the air. It'll be 2 laps to go for your race leader, DJ Kilinowski. Currently running order right now: Kilinowski, Revis, Ely, James, Beckenhauer, Ramsey, Brewer, Jones, and Barrington. Your 9 heat race number 2 competitors in that order currently. DJ Kilinowski coming off of turn 4. Coming to the stripe this time by a white flag, 1 lap to go for your race leader. Kilinowski proving to be dominant here. Like we were talking earlier, is throwing that car in real hard, drifts all the way up to the top of the track, going to try and grab the moisture up off the crumbles and come back down the speedway. Off the corner, down the back straightaway for the final time in heat race number 2. Into turns 3 and 4, one more set of corners. Kilinowski proven to be the man to beat in heat race number 2 off of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Checkered flag out. DJ Kilinowski is going to come home with heat race number 2 win. Jim Revis in 2nd. Joshua Ely for 3rd. Anthony James rounds out your top 4 transfers to the A main. Derek Beckenhauer for 5th. 6th, Caleb Ramsey. 7th, David Brewer. Getting ready to start heat race number 3 here in just a moment. Two heat races of pretty solid action thus far. The USA is a hard track to pass at, so these guys a lot of credit for what they've been able to do. Also makes it hard for them to get around, pass people, and make things happen the way that they should be. It's been great racing thus far, getting into the corners and making everything happen. And I'm gonna knock these drivers. It's hard to pass at USA. I ran a race here last night in the street stocks, and it was grueling trying to get around some of the drivers in the sim. So kudos to the guys that are out there putting this show on for you tonight. I want to thank all the viewers. Also, don't forget, if you like the broadcast here and love watching what we do here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, feel free to send in your star donations and help keep the lights on the bills paid here as we continue to bring you the solid action from all the leagues that support us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Everything dialed in here, and some stuff back working where it's supposed to be. We go ahead and get on through your Voiles truck and starting lineup for heat race number 3. David Blackberg on the inside of the front row, gonna start on the pole. Jacob Lassiter is gonna be his dancing partner to the outside, and what I believe is the 5 on my screen. Josh Peacock's gonna start inside row number 2 in the 61, and to his outside Michael Elledge in the 3. Starting inside row number 3 will be Casey Brunson in the 10. And his outside Barrett Bishop in the 926. Starting inside row number 4 is going to be James Holt. Yep, James Holt will be moving up to that position. And his outside will be Taylor Frost. And starting tailback on the field, the 99 will be David Moore. That's going to be your 9-car starting field we're going to have for heat race number 3. Should be your third and final heat race of the evening. Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out and putting on a great show. I want to thank Charlie Milner for having us aboard here this evening. Also want to thank Jack Truan and Todd Stanton, Phil Cass, and the gang at Full Velocity for having me along. Been fun thus far, and hopefully continues to be that as well. We're working our way down the back straightaway. iRacing.com official pace truck about to take that final dive into the pit area for this heat race to get kicked off and underway. Do a check here, and looks like we have our third heat and our final heat of the evening live on the Speedway. And the iRacing.com official pace truck works its way out of turn 4, dives down pit road. David Blackberg, Jake Blass are going to bring us down. iRacing I flag, green flag is out. We are racing here once again. Heat number 3, final heat of the evening, going down the front straightaway, neck and neck, all the way back to the field right now. Blackberg takes the dive to the inside. It looks like Lassiter is going to try the high side. Looks like Lassiter being the number 51 on the Speedway, so my apologies, I got his number wrong on the lineup. But he is looking like he's going to be noticeable here as he takes the lead going on the backstretch into 3. Battle raging on behind him there. Everybody trying to pretty much shuck and jive for positions. The 61 of Peacock making his way up through the field. Still in the 3rd spot right now, but he was under some heavy fire off of turn 4. Currently the race leader being Jacob Lassiter out front here, leading with 7 to go in this one in the books here. Lap 1 is finally in the book for heat number 3. Lassiter trying to make a dive here on the inside. Slide up right to the grip, try to catch that moisture, come off of turn 4. Battle for the 2nd position right now between Blackberg and Peacock. Like Peacock going to slide in behind Blackberg. Blackberg going to try the top side here through 1 and 2. Peacock going to run right down through the slick and see if he can hang on to it there. He has company as well from the 10 of Casey Brunson. Casey Brunson trying to make a run at it, trying to get and trying to secure that final transfer spot as he's holding on to it right now with Barrett Bishop close intel. If I had to pick a heat race to not be in, this probably would not be the one I'd want to be in. I enjoy racing with all of these guys, but these guys are really good at what they're doing here. And Peacock using the grass there to rotate the car a little bit on entry, try to keep that car out of the slick as he about takes the spot away, the 2nd spot from the 16 of Blackberg. Peacock going to fall back in line, and I tell you what, James Holt is holding on for dear life back there in the back as they were coming off of turn 2. He just looked like he was all over the place. We're going to be 3 wide just about here coming off of turn 4 to the line. That's going to be Blackberg, Peacock, and Lassiter. Lassiter under pressure from Josh Peacock as they work their way into turns 1 and 2. A little bit of contact in the back there between, look like Brunson and Blackberg. About midfield there. The 3 wide down the back straightaway into turn 3. We'll see how this goes for him. It's the 926 of Barrett Bishop. Taylor Frost was in that mix, as well as I believe Michael Elledge was part of that. There's still 3 wide back there. We're going to battle for the race lead as well. Peacock still trying to make it to the inside of Lassiter. Blackberg is sitting back, waiting to see if he can make something happen, waiting for something to escalate here where he can take away the lead. He's in the catbird seat, as I like to call it, as Casey Brunson has made his way into, I believe, the 4th position. He got a nice little push there in the center of the corner. I don't know if Barrett pushed him into the corner. It didn't look like there was any contact there. Able to come to the stripe this time by 2 laps to go. Tip the green to the air. Jacob Lassiter, 2 to go. 3 wide for the race lead going into turns 1 and 2. Blackberg in the middle, Peacock on the bottom. Blackberg being the meat in the sandwich here. Blackberg's going to get a little tap from Peacock. Peacock looking for a little bit more room off of turn 2. Not going to happen. Lassiter looks like he's going to pick up the white flag here off of turn 4. The turn 4, yeah, business is definitely picked up here, as Jack was saying. These guys out here getting it done here. Got 1 lap to go for your race leader, Jacob Lassiter, in the 51, trying to make it happen here. He's got a pack of hungry wolves behind him. Only 4 of these guys that are in this six-car battle here in the front of the field are going to transfer on to the A main. The rest of them behind the top 4 will go on to a Consi. As Lassiter's going to try the high side one more time. Blackberg runs the bottom to defend off Josh Peacock's run. Jacob Lassiter going to come across the stripe first, pick up heat number 3 win. David Blackberg in for 2nd in the 16. Josh Peacock in the 61 3rd. Rounding out your final fourth transfer spot, Casey Brunson in the 10. Running out your top 5, Barrett Bishop. 6th will be Taylor Frost. These guys putting on a great show in the heat races. We're going to move straight into your constantly racing here, the C Main. Coming right at you here. C Main going to be 12 laps the distance here. Make sure we get all the starters out there. Like we're going to be missing a couple. See here. Make sure we give them a moment to get gridded here. But like once again, I want to thank all the viewers out there on Facebook for tuning in. Also want to thank our great sponsors out there from the Full Velocity Racing Network. I want to thank Car Motorsports, the official yellow flag sponsor, iRacing High Flag, the official green flag sponsor, Voiles Trucking, your starting lineup sponsor, JMax Journeys, JMax Strong. Wish them the best with getting their medical expenses paid off. We've got apparel for sale at jmaxstrong.com. Help them out, a great cause. Blender.com, Simple Web Solutions. Thank them for their sponsorship with the Full Velocity Racing Network. Victory Lane sponsor, South Texas Speedway Track Facts sponsor, 3D Racing their partnership, TDRRacing.net for the Turtle sponsor, Trash Panda Graphics Point Standing sponsor, Cyber Thunder Racing League with their partnership with the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank Milner Media and Designs, the main and title sponsor for the series here this evening that we're broadcasting at the USA International Speedway for the Spring Showdown. So I want to thank iRacing Painters and Sheffield Graphics, the onboard cam sponsor. As we get ready to go down through your starting lineup for heat race, or excuse me, C main action, excuse me, there we go. Starting on the inside, going to be Joey Durbin in the 55. His dancing partner to the outside will be Barrett Bishop at the 926. Running inside our number 2, Caleb Ramsey in the 13, and to his outside, Corey Stansel in the 119. Running inside our number 3 will be Michael Elledge in the 3, and to his outside, the 25 of Henry Jones. Running inside our number 4 will be Zachary Trunkwell, the 33, and James Holt in the 31. That's going to round out your C main grid here for this evening's first Consi. Work our way down the back straightaway. Information here for C main. Looks like they're going to take 7. Top 7 from the C main are moving in. So one driver going home from the C main. Going to be a dicey battle back there for that position. The way USA Speedway usually goes, I'm going to say we'll probably figure out who that one person is going to be in lap number 1. As the iRacing.com official pace truck is down and into the pit area. We're going to be green flag racing here. iRacing high flag, green flag out. We are going down into turn 1. Joey Durbin and Barrett Bishop leading us down. And to turn number 1, seems like we have a little bit of contact up front between Ramsey and it's like maybe Durbin. Joey Durbin's still going to get, we're going to have a big cluster. Corey Stansel's going to go for a ride down the back straightaway. We're going to stay green flag racing here. Yellow flag, so yep, first Car Motorsports yellow flag of the evening gonna fly here. I believe that's gonna be for the 33 machine of Zachary Trunkill. Get an idea here. Like he's gonna have an incident here involving him in the 22 machine. Yeah, this is going to be for the incident that happened off of turn 2 that involved a little bit of contact with Joey Durbin. This all transpired from the lead on back. It got the whole field stacked up. Yeah, Stansel unfortunately getting airborne. Not so much of a turtle incident, but yeah, Stansel got a little bit of a ride there. He got clipped by the 22 machine. That's probably Henry Jones. There's a 22 is Danny Casto, it looks like. A little weird. But yeah, unfortunately for the 119, Stansel going for a ride early in the going of this one. Here's the 22 is going to be what I called the 3 of Michael Elledge when we went through the starting lineup. So a little bit of number miscommunication here, so get that figured out here as this series goes on. It'll be more common for us of who's in what cars. We'll get back to the action here. We're 1 to green here on the Speedway. Like Joey Durbin's still. Oh, Caleb Ramsey inherits the race lead after the big incident there. That's quite interesting to see after a big transpiring of incidents there. So currently your running order right now is going to be Caleb Ramsey, Henry Jones, James Holt. Let's see, let me flip in here. James Holt in the 31 will be second. Henry Jones third. Michael Elledge fourth in the 22. Barrett Bishop fifth in the 926. Zachary Trunkill in the 33 sixth, and Joey Durbin on the Speedway in seventh as the iRacing high flag, green flag is out. We are back to green flag racing here in the C main. Working our way down into turns 1 and 2. James Holt going to hang on to the lead. Currently going to take that over from Caleb Ramsey. I'm not sure if he jumped the start to get that or not, but like he's slowly falling to the back. So it looks like a little bit of admin call going on, telling him to go to the back. There's looks like he jumped the start. So at the 22 of Michael Elledge to the top side of the racetrack, trying to hold on to that second spot right now. So all of these drivers currently on the Speedway will make the A main here this evening. 7 laps to go for your race leader, Caleb Ramsey. Back to the race lead, Michael Elledge for second right now as he has company right now. The 926 of Barrett Bishop is putting the pressure on. He's also got company from Joey Durbin on the outside. Durbin trying to make something happen here. Is like he's actually Durbin's in the 12 back there. I was looking to see who was Henry Jones, the 25 to the outside, putting pressure on. So these guys so close right now, even my scoring is a little mixed up. So good close racing here in the C main. Hopefully it transpires into the A feature as well, as these guys are putting on a show for you here in Conci action. The 926 of Bishop all the way up against the wall. Trying to make something happen with Caleb Ramsey. Not exactly there just yet. Ramsey running right above the slick. Barrett Bishop all the way down at the bottom. Yep, we're back for second and third. Third and fourth right there, battling it out. They had some contact back there between Henry Jones and Michael Elledge. That's going to slide Joey Durbin into the third position for the time being. Durbin getting a little tight there on entry. Will allow the hammer Henry Jones to make his way back up through. Now we got a battle for third right there in between the hammer Henry Jones and the 12 of Durbin. These guys not afraid to get physical with it here this evening in the C main. 4 laps to go for your race leader, this time by the stripe. Caleb Ramsey ticking them off. 926 of Barrett Bishop still trying to put a move to the inside of Ramsey right now. Bishop looking pretty strong off the bottom. We'll see if he can keep that momentum up as they work their way down into turns 3 and 4. Rams looked like he hit a rut there going into the corner. The whole car bounced up and down on my side. That's going to hand over the lead to Barrett Bishop through the center of the corner, but is Ramsey going to be able to dial up a run on the outside coming down the straightaway, down the front stretch? He's right to the door, but I don't know if he's going to have enough as they're door-to-door going into 1. Watching here, Ramsey takes the high side. Bishop trying to run the extreme bottom. Bishop going to pull ahead off the corner. Ramsey going to try and pick up the momentum and come down. We're still door-to-door here. Going to be 2 to go off of turns 3 and 4, tip of the green in the air. Starter waiting for the cars to pass by the flag stand. Barrett Bishop still going to try and prove that the bottom is the fastest way around here. Caleb Ramsey going to try and battle back on the outside. Tip of the green to the air. 2 to go for your race leader. Caleb Ramsey scored race leader that time by. Barrett Bishop still right there. They are door-to-door, neck and neck here. Working the way through the corner. It doesn't seem as that, but Ramsey's still getting that big run off of the top down through the center. It looks like he got pinched off a little bit there. Barrett Bishop trying to say that this is my heat, or this is my Conci here. He's going to come home with this Conci. He's trying to make that known to Ramsey as Ramsey falls back to second here off of turn 4. Coming to the white flag, Barrett Bishop going to be scored your race leader this time by. Barrett Bishop goes to the top side this time, thinking he can make it work better than Ramsey was. Ramsey going to run somewhat of a slide job move through the center. Not exactly come all the way up, but he's going to come up to the door. Bishop have to back out of it. Ramsey going to settle in for second here down the back straightaway. Ramsey dives all the way down to the bottom. Bishop protects the slide job here through 3 and 4. Bishop going to slide all the way out the slick up to the grip and drive down the front straightaway. Picking up the C main win will be Barrett Bishop. Second will be Caleb Ramsey. Coming home in third will be Joey Durbin. Fourth, Henry Jones. Fifth will go to Michael Elledge. Sixth, James Holt. And rounding out your 7-car transfers will be Zachary Trunkill. Exciting C main here. No shortage of action, that's for sure. These guys making sure they could get it done and show you guys what this track is made of this evening. Looked like it had a little bit of grip in some different areas that I hadn't seen before. So maybe an update from iRacing giving us a little bit more action here. We move into the B main. Yeah, I believe we're taking 7 from what I saw. So that would mean everybody, I believe, going to make it unless Justin Holt grids. Top 7 from the B main to the feature. Zachary Trunkill had a racing incident there where he said his wheel fell off of what he had it mounted to, so he was holding the steering wheel in his hands and trying to put it back on the quick release knuckle there when they're on the speedway.
I've had that happen before. That is no fun whatsoever.
No, that's not a fun experience. And force feedback says, "Hi, how you doing?" And all of a sudden, "Hello," you're holding it in your hands. It's always be interesting to watch for sure, and he's saying that is exactly what happened to him there in the C main. So we're awaiting the full starting grid here for the B main. Looks like they're working their way around, getting started here with the B main pace laps. Get everything set up here. We're gonna go through Voiles Trucking starting lineup for the B main here. Starting inside row number 1, gonna be Derek Beckenhauer in the 86. To his outside, Danny Casto in the 22. Starting inside row number 2 will be Taylor Frost starting third in the 142. Taylor's outside will be the 319 of David Brewer. Starting inside row number 3 will be Roger Woody in the 1, and to his outside is the 99 of David Moore. Starting inside row number 4 will be Terry Barrington in the 77. I think Justin Holt gridded. That should round out your 7-car starting grid here for the B main. Quite a few good names here. Taylor Frost being a strong competitor here with his small experience that he does have here with the sim. He's pretty dominant. Derek Beckenhauer gonna put on a great show for you in the B main as well. Terry Barrington, you can't count out David Brewer. All these guys here usually put on a pretty good show here within the iRacing simulation. Always a great group of drivers to watch here. No matter where you go, they always seem to be competitive and able to make some action happen no matter where they're at in the field. Even though these drivers definitely putting on a great show for you.
Yeah, Taylor in that 14-2, I've watched him improve a lot here in the last couple months.
iRacing.com official pace truck down in the pit area. We're going to kick off the B main here. The iRacing high flag, green flag out. We're going to have somebody miss a shift on the start. That's going to be the 22 machine of Danny Casto, and he's also going to have possibly the wrong wheel setting in. It looked like he was about to go around there in the middle of 1 and 2, but he was able to get corrected by a couple other drivers. And I think that this track is starting to get slick on the bottom. Just from seeing a couple of these guys getting a little out of control there. A battle for the race lead currently between Derek Beckenhauer and Taylor Frost. Oh, we're going to reckon the back caster is going to go around. Not really a selfie there. I think he got a little bit of help there as he's sitting back on the inside of turn 3. But the battle rages on up front here. The 14-2 of Taylor Frost on the inside, Derek Beckenhauer in the 86 on the outside. As they're almost 3 wide back there for the 4th and 5th position. This battle, these guys are not leaving us any room for error here, as they were all over each other in the back. But the 14-2 of Taylor Frost still trying to prove he's strong enough to outrun the 86 of Beckenhauer. Not happening this time into turn 1. The 86 of Beckenhauer up high, proven to be the area of the speedway you want to be on. Beckenhauer making his run off the top side of the speedway, gonna come right up past the 14-2 of Taylor Frost. Battle in the back right now as well. Looks like it's going to be Danny Casto and David Moore. Taylor Frost runs the bottom here through turns 3 and 4 up front, and the 86 of Beckenhauer still going to hang on to the race lead. 9 laps to go for your race leader, Beckenhauer. Derek Beckenhauer still hanging on to that race lead over Taylor Frost. Good battle up here though. I honestly can't say I've seen an actual USA Speedway race go from top and bottom like this. Seen sometimes to the middle and through the top, maybe the bottom and the middle, but this almost kind of reminds me of racing at Knoxville, to be honest with you. So maybe we'll see how long that they let us have this fantastic racing experience here at the USA Speedway. Taylor Frost still working the bottom in the 14.2, and Feckenhauer still trying to make the top work. Feckenhauer making the top seem like it's the place to be. Taylor Frost running the bottom. Feckenhauer running the top side of the speedway. Feckenhauer looks like he may have missed his line just a little bit. Looks like Taylor Frost was almost credited with the lead at the line that time by. Taylor Frost definitely faster last time by, and he is credited with the lead. Last time by the stripe, 7 to go for your race leader. Or I should say race leaders at this point, because these guys are neck and neck all the way around this USA International Speedway. Making it very interesting battle to watch here. Feckenhauer tries to run just a little bit lower than he did last time by. Frost still trying to pick up the grip off of turn 4 to maintain the lead. It looks like Feckenhauer might be, they're neck and neck. I think Feckenhauer picked up this time by the stripe. Feckenhauer leading the last lap around the speedway. Taylor Frost looks like he slid up just a little bit too much. Feckenhauer's going to get the run back to the outside. He's going to have the lead down the back straightaway. Taylor Frost spinning the tires just a little bit too much there. They went to the corner. Feckenhauer still running the top side of the speedway. Frost committed to the bottom. Curious when or if that slider is coming. 5 laps to go for your race leaders. Feckenhauer back to the top still. Like the preferred line right now, but the bottom has a little bit of grip. Seems like it's altering at the end of each speedway, at the end of each straightaway here. Frost drives it down to the bottom, keeping momentum up, rolling the throttle, trying not to spin the tires, bring it off of 4. This time by the stripes, going to be Feckenhauer. Frost falling in line here, going to pitch it back down to the bottom of the speedway. Currently rounding out your top 5. David Brewer 3rd, 4th Terry Barrington, 5th Roger Woody, 6th David Moore, and 7th Danny Casto. Is your 7-car running order at the moment here at the USA International Speedway. Still battle up front, everybody else single file. Taylor Frost running the bottom. Feckenhauer still up top. Feckenhauer trying to pinch just a little bit, trying to take that run away from Taylor Frost. 3 laps to go for your race leader. To see here, Feckenhauer scored the race leader last time by, nope, Taylor Frost. Just updated on the scoring loop. Taylor Frost making it work on the bottom. Got that car dialed in and set up to run down the dry slick down there, picking up just a little bit of moisture, enough to keep the car straight and to keep it going around the corner here. Brings it up, Feckenhauer back to the outside, down the front straightaway, neck and neck at the line, tip of the green to the air, 2 laps to go. Race leader that time by was Derek Feckenhauer in the 86. Oh, Taylor Frost updating here again, so these guys neck and neck scoring. He's got a bobble back and forth in the scoring loops and sectors right now. Derek Feckenhauer is leading last sector, working their way through 3 and 4, coming to the stripe. These guys have been putting on one heck of a battle here for you in the B main. At the stripe this time by, definitely Feckenhauer. White flag in the air for your race leader, the 86. Who's it going to be at the line this time by? To be honest with you, I don't even know this racing's been so close. It's this has been one of the best shows I've seen at USA in a long time, even though it's just in the B main. That's just an idea of what the A main and the A feature is about to bring us here. Coming up here, as soon as this is complete, we'll have a nice little warm-up session. We'll thank our sponsors and everything's off the final corner. A little bit of contact. It'll be Derek Feckenhauer at the line. Taylor Frost is going to come home in 2nd. David Brewer 3rd. Terry Barrington will be in 4th. 5th we'll get a Roger Woody. 6th David Moore, and 7th will be Danny Casto. That's going to be your B main finishing order. As we roll into our warm-up, we're going to go through and thank our sponsors here real quick. I want to thank Harmony Sports, the official official caution sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. I thank the iRacing iFlag, Jeff Brown and the guys over there at the iRacing iFlag. If you don't have an iFlag, you're going to want to pick one of those up as soon as you can. They are very helpful here with the iRacing simulator. I have both the pit box and the iFlag myself, and it's one of the best investments I've ever made. Go to iRacingIFlag.com and pick those up. Remember to use code SPYLES for your 15% discount. Also want to thank Voiles Trucking for the starting lineup sponsor here, the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also want to thank JMax Strong, JMax Journeys. Go to jmaxstrong.com, purchase some apparel and help them out with the medical expenses they have to deal with there. Also want to thank BladeNerd.com, simple web solutions powered by nerds, for their sponsorship, the Victory Lane sponsor of Full Velocity Racing Network. Also want to thank South Texas Speedway, South Texas Speedway Track Facts. I want to thank 3D Racing for their partnership with the Full Velocity Racing Network. I want to thank TDRRacing.net, Turtle sponsor. Crash Panda Graphics, point standing sponsor. Also like to thank Cyber Thunder Racing League for their sponsorship of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also want to thank your title sponsor here of the Spring Showdown, Milner Media and Designs. Anything production wise done, media, video, posters, car skins, you name it. Any kind of media work, hit up Milner Media and Designs. Also want to thank iRacing Painters. Also want to thank Sheffield Graphics, our onboard cam. Josh Peacock Designs. All the wonderful sponsors here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also want to thank all the viewers out there for tuning in. Remember, if you like what you see here and are enjoying the broadcast, send in those stars donations here on the feed. Help us pay our bills and keep the lights on and keep us here in the broadcast booth throughout the evenings that you like to tune in and check out our shows here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Alrighty, getting ready to start off in the A main here. Cars making their way to the Speedway for the first official A main of the Spring Showdown series here, presented by Milner Media and Designs. Charlie Milner and the gang here putting on a great show thus far this evening. The cars are making their way to the grid area here on pit road. Well, I should say the front straightaway. There's another kind of interesting to see them out on the front stretch instead of back in the pit area here. So maybe there's an option with the update. I haven't ran a race at USA in a while. As far as the update looks like they're gonna put us on the front stretch, so something interesting to take note of. We're gonna go ahead and looks like everybody's made it to the grid. We're going through your 24 car starting lineup, Voiles Trucking's starting lineup for the A main here tonight. Starting inside row number 1, Eric Eichstadt in the 12. His outside will be DJ Kilinowski in the 013. Starting inside row number 2 will be Jacob Lassiter in the 51. I believe Edward Furness is in the 22. Starting inside row number 3 will be Jim Revis in the 21. And to his outside, Stephen Radowins in the 78. Starting inside row number 4. In the 7th position will be Joshua Ely in the 09. And his outside, Josh Peacock in the 61. Starting inside row number 5 in the 9th position will be Anthony James in the 217. And to his outside, the number 10 of Casey Brunson. Starting inside row number 6 will be Barrett Bishop in the 926. And to his outside, Derek Feigenauer in the 86. Starting inside row number 7 in the 13th position will be Caleb Ramsey in the 13. And to his outside, Taylor Frost in the 14-2. Starting inside row number 8 in the 15th position will be Joey Durbin in the 12. And to his outside, David Brewer in the 319. Starting inside row number 9, the 17th position will be Henry Jones in the 25. And to his outside, Terry Barrington in the 77. Starting inside row number 10 in the 19th position is going to be Michael Elledge, the 2022 machine. To his outside will be Roger Woody in the 1. Starting inside row number 11, in the 21st starting spot will be the 31 of James Holt, and to his outside the 99 of David Moore. Starting inside row number 12 in the 23rd position will be Zachary Trunkhill in the 33, and to his outside in the 22 will be Danny Casto. That's going to round out your 24 car starting field. All these drivers getting their belts buckled and tightened and pulled tight for the final time here as the iRacing.com official pace trucks lights are off Working our way through turns 3 and 4 for the final parade lap. Before we get this season's first A-Main underway, the iRacing.com official pace truck going to dive off the speedway. Eric Eichstadt and DJ Kilinowski awaiting the signal from the flagman here on the flag stand. The iRacing half flag green flag is down and away. We are racing here for the official A-Main number 1 of the Spring Showdown Series, presented by Milner Media Designs. Off into turns number 1 and 2. Going to be 3 wide, moving away up to the field. Peacock going to track him up through the middle. He's going to make contact, I believe. That's going to be what 217 machine on Anthony James. Guys making some contact, able to keep this thing green flag and rolling here. We're going to get a whole lap of green flag in. Across the stripe this time by race leader Eric Eichstadt. These guys battling all throughout the field. Kilinowski currently trying to run the bottom. 3 wide for third right now. Second almost here is Eichstadt battles back to the outside. So Joshua Ely, Jacob Lassiter, not Jacob Lassiter, but Edward Furness, and Jim Revis all back there battling for that third spot. First Harmon Motorsports yellow flag of the evening going to involve the 14-2 of Taylor Frost. He's back there. We'll see exactly what happened for you. Get your race report here. Is Taylor Frost sitting on the inside of the speedway. Yeah, Taylor Frost here making his way. They were working their way into turns 1 and 2. Unfortunately for Taylor Frost, drove in just a tad bit too hard and slid up the track. Was working his way around the 61 of Peacock, who was on the bottom. Got into Derek Beckenhauer and Josh Peacock, and unfortunately Frost going around there, being a lonely competitor sitting there waiting on the admins to throw the caution here. And Taylor Frost going to be taking the bad dog no biscuit to the back of the field here. And we have to start from the back of this with probably 30 laps to go when we take the green flag here. Working our way around. So currently your race running order: Eric Eichstadt, your race leader; DJ Kilinowski, second. Third is Jake. Oh, excuse me. That's going to be Edward Furness there. Jacob snuck up there on the board here. Scoring got a little out of place. Fourth, Jim Revis, 21 machine. Fifth will be Joshua Ely in the 09. Sixth, Stephen Radowins in the 78. Seventh, Barrett Bishop, the 926. Anthony James is scored 8th currently. We had some drivers come down and get a faster pair. Looked like Jacob Lassiter came in and got his car fixed. So he'll be rejoining at the tail of the field with Taylor Frost. So it looks like everybody's still currently on the speedway. Michael Elledge looks like he may have taken his car pit side. Nope, he is back out here as well. He had to go get some damage repaired, so he'll be rejoining at the tail. So Taylor Frost, Michael Elledge, and Jacob Lassiter, the final back of the field here after that caution. Everybody doubling back up here as we did get 1 lap in the books. Eric Eichstadt, DJ Kilinowski, your front runners here. They're going to be looking for the starter to give them a signal. Eric Eichstadt will be taking control of the field here once the iRacing.com official pace truck gets off the speedway. It's like Jacob Lassiter going to get a wave around here, get his lap back for something that happened there under that caution. So Jacob Lassiter will be back on the lead lap here. So Jacob Lassiter getting a lap back for missing the initial grid. So iRacing.com official pace truck is off the speedway. It is up to Eric Eichstadt to choose when we are going back to green flag racing. He is back on the loud pedal. We are green flag racing back here. iRacing half flag, green flag down and away, going down into turns 1 and 2. We're going to have company up front here. I thought that was going to cause a stack up. We're going to be 4 wide for second right now. We have another Harmon Motorsports yellow flag on the speedway. Not exactly sure. Well, it's about to be for the James machine, as he was on the back straightaway sideways after the fact. So I'm going to guess, not exactly sure what they're going to throw that for, but I didn't see much going on there. We can see if we can take a look. Yeah, I got the 217 getting turned into the 86 of Beckenhauer, and we got bumped a little bit by the 77. Unfortunately, bring out the caution here once again. Harmon Motorsports caution number 2 of the evening here. Be on 29 laps of this race left to go. USA Speedway is a little treacherous getting around sometimes, especially when you get so many cars out there, and all these drivers. I know some of them haven't ran together with the new build. It could be somewhat some of a nasty idea having these drivers getting used to a new handling car. These things usually don't change too much, but just the slightest little bit will change how they handle and cause some issues. So some of these drivers trying to figure out exactly how the difference is playing out today. Kind of interested to get my feet wet and see if they did change much at all. I have yet to try it out and see how they handle, see if they handle different. So maybe we'll at the end of the night here we'll ask Eric Eichstad or one of the top 3 podium finisher, probably DJ Kalinowski. Not really sure about who the third one's gonna be yet. Pretty confident in the first 2 being in a podium here at the end of the race or at the end of the night. Still a lot of racing to go, and there's still quite a few drivers back in the field that can make their way up there and make this happen with 28 laps to go. So definitely gonna be interesting to see who's gonna make this happen here. As Anthony James looks like he might have had a penalty. Denny Castro looks like he might have had something going on there, getting his penalties cleared. So
We go back to green. We're gonna go on board with Barrett Bishop.
Already's working their way down the back straightaway 1 to green here. The iRacing.com official pace truck lights are off. We coming out of turns 3 and 4 here, awaiting the iRacing.com official pace truck to go off the speedway down to pit road. Eric Eichstadt waiting pace truck to leave the speedway so he can fire us back under green. iRacing I flag, green flag will be down and away. He's going to be back on a loud pedal. We're going to go on board here with Barrett Bishop with the Sheffield Graphics onboard cam. You see Barrett Bishop trying to make his way around the top side of the speedway. Going to come right up behind the back of the 09 at Ely. Going to be 3 wide per second right now. See this battle transpiring. They're 4 wide behind Bishop. I mean, there's a crazy battle, and everybody about 3-4 wide here. Right in front of Bishop, 3 wide for third. Going to be 21 or Revis. Going to be Ely involved in that. Edward Furness is in that battle. We're going to have another members for yellow flag. It's going to involve Beckenauer. Cars going all over the place at the start and finish line. There'll be a yellow flag coming here very shortly. We're waiting on the caution flag to fly. There it is. I think this is all admin called yellow flags, that there were cars all over the place in the front stretch. Anthony James involved in that incident, the 217. Big mess on the front straightaway. Coming off the corner here. Exactly. They disappear. There's a big mess on the front stretch. Involved a crap ton of cars. Started back here off the corner, I believe, with the 12 machine there. That's going to be 12 of Durbin, Joey Durbin, and Caleb Ramsey. They get smacked hard in the wall. Fedkenauer going to hit it real hard. Not exactly sure. He got punted by the 12 of Durbin into the outside wall. Fedkenauer taking a big hit. Then there's a little bit more contact going on in the back there. Figure out we get some names for you here. Like the 99 of Moore involved. 217 of Jane's involved. Like the James Holton, the 31, might have been involved in that. A lot of good cars getting tore up in that little incident there. Just the damage that came out of that was crazy. Like the 22 was also involved in that. So Denny Casto, 51 of Lassiter, 31 of James Holt. The big nasty crash on the front stretch. A lot of guys getting some damage there from some really aggressive racing here off of turn 4 at the USA International Speedway. So the Spring Showdown series here with Milner, presented by Milner Media and Designs, being quite full of attrition here this evening. These guys trying to make their way through the field. Not a whole lot of space to go, and a lot of drivers putting these cars in some places trying to make something happen. It's just been somewhat of an issue for them here this evening. We're 22 laps to go here. in the official first A main of the Spring Showdown series. iRacing.com official pace truck makes his way up the speedway, and Eric Eichstadt gets back on the loud pedal. iRacing high flag, green flag back out. He's going to get a good jump here on the field. Joshua Ely's almost going to fall to third here. Coming down the front straightaway, we have DJ Kalinowski in the 13 on the bottom, making his way up to the second spot here. He's going to clear Ely, not by much. Actually, Ely's making a battle back to the outside with the quarter pin. We have another Harmony Sports yellow flag. That's going to involve a big stack up on the back straightaway. Go back and get that one for you as well. Wow, this is like a 7-8 car pileup. This has Jacob Lassiter involved in it. Looks like this is going to transpire off the top of the corner here from the restart. As we make our way into 1 and 2 here, you're going to see Lassiter up top in the 51 get into the wall. You see some contact with the 22 machine on the bottom, as well as the 1. The 1 machine being Roger Woody. 2. We have like a 7-car pileup and a big mess on the back stretch. Derek Beckenhauer barely squeaking through without getting any contact out of that, so these guys playing bumper tag out here on the back straightaway at the USA International Speedway. And night number 1, Spring Showdown. So unfortunately, a lot of damaged cars there in the back of the field, and been an interesting night thus far here. Eric Eichstadt still out front. DJ Kalinowski currently your runner-up. 3rd, Joshua Ely. 4th, Barrett Bishop. 5th, Jim Revis. 6th, Caleb Ramsey. 7th, Stephen Radowins. Seems they just bounced around there. Caleb Ramsey. 5th, Jim Revis. 6th. Oh, it's bouncing back, so we'll just go with it. Stephen Radowins. 7th. 8th, Josh Peacock. 9th, Casey Brunson. 10th will be Edward Furness. 11th is the 14-2. 12th will be Henry Jones. 13th, David Brewer. 14th, Terry Barrington. 15th is Michael Elledge. 16th, David Moore. 17th, Derek Beckenhauer. 18th is Anthony James. 19th is Roger Woody. 20th, James Holt. Fields working their way around the speedway. Eric Eichstadt, DJ Kalinowski bringing us down. Way down the back straightaway. 1 to green, lights down on the iRacing.com official pace truck. $18 laps to go. I have 17 to go this time by the stripe. Got a lot of good drivers making their way up to the field. Eric Eichstadt in the 12, holding on to the lead. DJ Kalinowski. Eric Eichstadt getting back on the loud pedal. iRacing high flag, green flag is back out. DJ Kalinowski gets a good jump here. He's going to take the high side train into turns 1 and 2. Barrett Bishop trying to make a move up there as well. Kalinowski through the center. Bishop all the way up against the high side. 4 wide for like 7th through 10th. Look out, Caleb Ramsey on the high side getting a run over Josh Ely. Peacock going to follow Ramsey up on the top side as well. DJ Kalinowski, your current new race leader here. We'll see if you can hang on to it through 3 and 4. Barrett Bishop going to take the high side through 3 and 4. 3 wide between Revis, Ely, and Ramsey. Ely going to get crossed up with Revis. They're just a little bit not going to cause too big of a gaggle. Everybody able to keep it clean and green and keep those cars straight here. A lot of positions lost in that battle. DJ Kalinowski getting challenged by the inside runner of Eric Eichstadt, currently your runner-up at the moment. We have another Harmony Sports yellow flag, this time involving the 99 machine of David Moore. David Moore causing the caution here. Let's see if he got help with that one or if he did it all by his lonesome. Looks like he may have had a little bit of help there. As a little bit of contact came off the top side of the speedway in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Looks like Beckenhauer got a little tap from the 99 of Moore. Beckenhauer got a little loose. David Moore straightens up. The 12 machine and have a little bit of help coming down the speedway as well as him. And I believe the 217 of James up high, making contact together after James gets into the outside wall a little bit. That's going to make the 99 of Moore go around. So unfortunately for Moore, he was the culprit of the action here. Michael Elledge going to retire his machine to the trailer. So losing Michael Elledge here. Zachary Trunkill is taking his car pit side as well for the evening. So we're down to 22 cars left here in your A feature at the Spring Showdown Series. DJ Kalinowski, your current race leader. Eric Eichstadt, currently 2nd. Barrett Bishop holds on to the 3rd spot. Caleb Ramsey is 4th. 5th is Josh Peacock, rounding out your top 5. All these drivers trying to put on a show for you here as the laps are winding down. Got 13 laps to go this time by the stripe here, as the lights are down on the iRacing.com official pace truck. Should be going green here. Oh, it'll be about 2 laps, I believe. Might be. Haven't quite got that 1 lap in yet. We're a little faster on getting your replay to you. What happened during that caution. So we'll see how this transpires this evening through grid here. Currently running in the 6th positions, Edward Furness. 7th is Casey Brunson. 8th, Jim Revis in the 21. So it gives you an idea how fast you can go backwards here at the USA International Speedway if you get help from somebody getting you both got to get out of the throttle. Ely right behind Revis. Running out your top 10, the 14-2 of Taylor Frost, who had to go all the way to the back earlier. Has made his way back up halfway through the field, so we'll see if he's able to make anything happen here in the closing lap. So this one is work our way around the speedway. Now we're on the 1 to green lap, so have 12 laps to go in your A feature here at the Spring Showdown, presented by Milner Media and Designs. I want to thank once again all the viewers out there. Quick reminder, send in your stars donations if you're interested in helping us keep the broadcast going, keep the lights on, keep the bills paid here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Keep us available here for your viewing pleasure. The iRacing.com official pace truck dives back down pit road. We'll be back to the green flag action. iRacing I flag, green flag back out. And who's it going to be this time? DJ Kalinowski looks like he's got the jump. Is he able to maintain the momentum going off into 1? Barrett Bishop putting the pressure on here. Josh Peacock not far behind.
User left your
Eric
channel.
Eichstadt up on the top side of the racetrack, up to the middle. He's going to come back up and grab the grip and the bike, come up the side of Barrett Bishop. Joey Durbin being disqualified from the server. Another car out of this evening's racing event here is DJ Kalinowski getting the pressure from Barrett Bishop in the 13 of, or excuse me. Now DJ Kalinowski get pressure from Eichstadt and Barrett Bishop now, working their way into turns 1 and 2. Eichstadt chooses to run the middle through 1 and 2 here. Eichstadt going to try and make that happen, so he's going to lose most of the momentum. DJ Kalinowski going to try and battle back on the outside. Kalinowski back to the point. Barrett Bishop slides back to 3rd, but is challenged by Caleb Ramsey on the high side. Your top 4 runners here putting on a show as we have another Harmon Motorsports yellow flag off of turn 2 down the back straight. It looks like the 5 machine, which is going to be the 51 of Jacob Lassiter, and the 217 Anthony James involved in this caution. Back here and get you a race replay here. Looks like the 217 drove in high on 1 and 2. The 51 of Lassiter runs about the middle of the bottom here. 217 kind of runs on the pinch line. The 51's going to come down, make that clear. 217 is going to hit the slick off of turn 2 and go around with a little bit of help from the 51. So not just a little minor contact there, but just enough to help the 217 finish getting around here. But this car's pretty damage assessment's pretty rough there. Those guys, unfortunately, involved in the majority of the incidents this evening, if I recall right. So restart's going to go to single file here. Daniel Worthington of Race Control saying we are going single file restarts. So that ought to make our race leader, DJ Kalinowski, feel a little more comfortable here at getting this restart. We are in the single digits of laps left here to go to the 22 machine of Danny Casto, making his way down pit road, gonna get some repairs done, and he's gonna rejoin the tail of the field here. We have 2 to green before we get back to green flag racing here.
Hey, Phil.
Well, I don't know if you can hear Jack or not, but Jack out there saying, okay, Jack says hi to Phil. I say hi to Phil as well out there on the broadcast. Glad to see you tuning in. Thank all the viewers once again for checking us out here at the Full Velocity Racing Network and being here for night number 1 of the Spring Showdown series presented by Milner Media and Designs. Charlie Milner putting this show on tonight. Admins and everybody involved doing a great job here this evening. Daniel Worthington, Wes Wagon, like the admins in the booth down there. I believe Justin Holt's also running admin from trackside if need be. This is the 311. Justin Holt also in the admin booth with them, helping them put the show on for all the great fans and the viewers, and as well as us here in the booth. Is the iRacing.com official pace truck going to dive back to pit road. DJ Kalinowski brings us back on the top side of the speedway. And the Irish high flag, green flag, going to return to the track here. DJ Kalinowski's got his foot on the lob pedal. We're down the way there. Nose to tail. Barrett Bishop, the first one to step out of line going into turn 1. Josh Peacock going to follow him, as well as, I believe, the 21. That's going to be Edward Furness in the 21, also stepping out of line. Caleb Ramsey going to take him for the 4th spot. Barrett Bishop battles the inside of Eric Eichstadt down the back straightaway. Barrett Bishop trying hard to take that spot away from Eichstadt. Eichstadt drifts up. We're going to have the 10 of Casey Brunson to get in the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. He's going to lose a spot or 2 here. Potentially there. We're going to be 3 wide down the front straightaway. How they managed to save that, I'm not sure, but there were some cars that were starting to get sideways down the middle of the front straightaway. However, DJ Kalinowski going to hang on to it out front. 12 of Eichstadt going to battle back to the outside of Barrett Bishop for the 2nd position. And we're going to have another Harmony Sports yellow flag. It's going to involve the number 1 of Roger Woody, as well as the 22 machine of Danny Casto. These two putting another caution in the books here. Harmony Sports yellow flag, that's number 4 now. 7. That's been quite attrition. This looks like the 31 machine of James Holt getting into the wall, and when he came off the wall, he came all the way down the speedway and clipped the front of the 22 at Casto, and Casto going around. Gonna be unfortunate, bring us the yellow as he backed up into it. Looks like the one of Roger Woody. It's gonna cause the caution here. Unfortunately, another Harmony Sports yellow flag of the evening. We're getting down to it here. Single digit laps to go. Still going to be single file restarts, as far as what I can see here. Like, yep. Caution number 7. 20 caution laps this evening out of 35 laps with 1 lead change. Harmony Sports yellow flag information there. DJ Kalinowski got to hold on a little bit longer here. Pick up the first feature win at the Spring Showdown Series presented by Milner Media and Designs. A couple of strong runners up front there. DJ's got his work cut out for him here. As you got Eric Eichstadt also there in the mix. Barrett Bishop also a contender. Caleb Ramsey, Josh Peacock, Casey Brunson. Top 6 there. All really competitive drivers here throughout the league racing that goes on in the iRacing simulator. Can't count out Jim Revis, Taylor Frost, David Brewer, Edward Furness, or Joshua Ely as well. All these drivers have a very strong potential here. Some of them may be far enough out from the leader's position here that might take a miracle to happen, but this is the iRacing sim. This is USA International Speedway. Anything is possible. You can't rule anything out here, especially with the quality of drivers that are putting on a show for you here in the top 10, top 11. It's the top 15. We got quite the names of drivers here. Drivers are putting off a fantastic final 3 laps for you. I hope here is 2 laps to go. Tip the green to the air. It'll be DJ Kalinowski back on the loud pedal, bringing us down. Irish high flag, green flag, back out. Tip the green to the air. 2 laps to go for your race leader, DJ Kalinowski. Kalinowski gets a good jump here. Gonna have Josh Peacock and Casey Brunson getting under Caleb Ramsey back there for the 3rd, 4th position. Gonna have the 926 of Barrett Bishop holding on to the 3rd spot. DJ Kalinowski gets a good run. He's working his way into turns 3 and 4. Gonna have white flag in the air here. 1 lap left to go here. They're 4 wide back there for about the 7th through 10th positions. 2nd place battle right now between Barrett Bishop and Eric Eichstadt. Bishop throws it in. Eichstadt runs the middle of the corner up. We'll see if he's able to hang on to it here. We are into the white flag, lap 1 to go for DJ Kalinowski. Barrett Bishop dialing up a move to the inside. Going to have the runner-up spot over Eichstadt at the time being. Bishop still right there. DJ Kalinowski works his way through 3 and 4 for the final time. Off of turn 4. Eichstadt pushes up. He's going to give away the runner-up spot to Barrett Bishop in the 926. Eichstadt is going to finish 3rd. DJ Kalinowski going to come home your race winner. A feature number 1 goes to DJ Kalinowski in the 13 machine. Josh Peacock finishes up 4th. Caleb Ramsey 5th. Casey Brunson 6th. 7th, Jim Revis. 8th is Joshua Ely. 9th, Edward Furness. 10th, Taylor Frost. 11th goes to David Brewer. 12th, Derek Beckenhauer. 13th, Stephen Radowins. 14th, Henry Jones. 15th goes to Terry Barrington. 16th, David Moore. 17th, Jacob Lassiter. 18th, Roger Woody. 19th, Anthony James. 20th goes to James Holt. 21st, Danny Castro. 22nd, Joey Durbin. 23rd, Michael Elledge. And your final finisher here this evening, the 33 of Zachary Trunkill. We'll be right back here shortly with your BladeNerd.com post-race Victory Lane show.
Sound muted.
And we're back here with your BladeNerd.com Victory Lane post-race show. Catch up here with your third place finisher this evening, Eric Eichstadt, putting on a great show here with a good podium finish. Eric Eichstadt, Ron Powell's here in the booth. You got a copy, brother.
I got you, Ron.
You guys putting on one heck of a battle out there. Unfortunately, I was hoping to be interviewing you just one more position later. You had that runner-up spot wrapped up, and Barrett Bishop was putting it down and making a slip up there, coming out of 3 and 4 here. Got you this third position, but you still got a podium, got an interview, and getting recognized here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Still a great night for you. How about taking us through the race there? How the car felt, and I mean, with the new build, did they change much with the street stocks? Make them handle any different?
I don't even know really too much. I just put a few practice laps in and got in here last minute. Someone dropped out, so I got in to run this league here. Tell you what, I got the pole on a random heat and was able to stay out front for the heat. Got me started on the pole for the feature. Just a sit and duck run. I mean, we had nothing for DJ or Barrett there. All cautions, unbelievable. I think we put 4 green flag laps in, so just a matter of time waiting for DJ to get around me there.
Yeah, understandable. But in the meantime, while you was sitting there in wake and being a sitting duck, you definitely held your ground there for a little while before you was able to put the move on you and take it away and run with the show. But congratulations on a third place finish. And about the microphone back to you and let you thank whoever it is and that makes it possible for you to be competitive here with the iRacing Simulator.
Well, it's been so long since I've done this, I don't know how to do it anymore. Well, first of all, I want to thank DWRL. I want to thank Team Dirt Warrior. Guys run with them. Helps out a lot, man. Get some time in and learn little things with the offset steering they were talking about today, so help me out a little bit. Got to thank all the sponsors, BladeNode.com, Sam Perry, Vlad Stafford. Thank them guys a lot. Come on board again for our league over there on Sundays. Got to thank the boss, the wife. Love you, honey. We got a bunch of names on the car here. We got Heartland Harley Davidson, Evil One Graphics, Junk Fabrication. I know I'm missing some here. It's been a while. So anyway, yeah, it was a good night. We'll take it. We don't get up here very often, so we had a good show.
Yeah, so that's gonna be Eric Eichstadt coming home with the third place run here this evening with the U.S. International Speedway opening night of the Spring Showdown Series presented by Milner Media and Designs.
That huge shout out to Milner for putting us on and the guys here at Spring Showdown. Thanks a lot, guys, and thank you FVRN.
Alrighty, moving on down through the grid here. Gonna pick up your second place finisher this evening, Barrett Bishop in the 926. HRE Motorsports picking up a second place finish here this evening. Barrett, good run for you there, especially with late in the going there, being able to pick up the runner-up spot from the 12 of Eichstadt there. How about walking us through your evening this evening here at the U.S. International Speedway?
Yeah, didn't start out the best. Drew a 6 in the heat and got wrecked. Had to run a B main, but started 11th. Got to work their way up through there and finish second.
definitely put together a great run there. Able to come on with that second position. HRE Motorsports coming up here and putting on a show, making it into the podium here this evening. I'm gonna hand the microphone back to you and let you thank whoever it is that makes it possible for you to be competitive this evening.
I think HRE, Team Friday, Dirt All Access, Out Trip Station, Intermediate Design, and y'all put on a broadcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be your runner-up finisher this evening. Of the Barrett Bishop 926 from HRE Motorsports. We're gonna move on down here and pick up and meet with the BladeNode.com Victory Lane, the 13 of DJ Kalinowski. Congratulations, HRE Motorsports picking up a victory here this evening. Definitely one that was laying in wake there, as Eric Eichstadt said he had nothing for you to hold you back there over the cautions that were going on. Take us through your night there. You had a pretty solid ride.
I was just biding my time. When we did get green flag laps, me and Eric were basically get side by side. So I figured as if we got some green flags, I could get around them. But I got around them on the one start, and then caution after caution was able to stick it out.
Right on, definitely playing the waiting game tonight. Here's the cautions played attrition tonight. Unfortunately, having a lot of those. I like to see a lot more green flag racing myself, but it's USA Speedway and night number one of a new series, the Spring Showdown series. A lot of drivers still filling each other out and how they race together. So I'm not gonna bash anything there. You guys put on a great show. I want to thank I'll let you thank whoever doesn't make it possible for you to pick up your win here tonight with the first official feature of the Spring Showdown series.
I'd like to thank Milner Media and Design. Kicked out this new rep for me. My teammates at HRE Motorsports, Team Friday, Dirt All Access, my Aunt Susie that watches every single one of my races, and my girlfriend Mary for allowing the.
Right on, I understand that, and that's definitely a big one there. Takes a lot of time out of the day, and congratulations once again on your A main win here tonight, the Spring Showdown series, presented by Milner Media and Designs.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through and thank the sponsorship of the Full Velocity Racing Network one more time here this evening. Har Motorsports, the official caution sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also, I'd like to thank Jeff Brown, the Outracing iFlag crew there, for the official green flag sponsor of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Boyle's Trucking starting lineup sponsor. Also, like to thank JMax Journeys. Check them out at jmaxstrong.com. Got apparel for sale there. Make sure you support their cause there. Help them get their expenses paid there. BladeNerd.com, simple web solutions powered by nerds. Want to thank them for the Victory Lane sponsor and post-race show sponsor of the Full Velocity Racing Network. South Texas Speedway, track fact sponsor of Full Velocity. Also want to thank 3D Racing for coming aboard their partnership with the Full Velocity Racing Network. TDRRacing.net, Turtle sponsor here. I didn't have a Turtle tonight, but it came pretty close, unfortunately. Also, I'd like to thank Trash Panda Graphics for the point standing sponsor. Also want to thank Cyber Thunder Racing League for their partnership. Milner Media and Designs. Any posters or any production needs, hold Charlie Milner, Milner Media and Designs, the title sponsor of the Spring Showdown series. Also, I'd like to thank iRacing Painters, as well as Josh Peacock Designs. Also, I'd like to thank and give a big shout out to Sheffield Graphics for their Velocity Racing Network onboard cam sponsorship. I believe that's going to bring us to a close here of night number one at USA Speedway for the Spring Showdown series. I thank Jack Truan on controls this evening, as well as Raging Ron Piles. We'll see you next time.